Dragon Genetics Worksheet number 2, would someone please take charge? So in this one, there's a lot of good information in this opening paragraph, so let's look at it together. The simplest form of genetic inheritance for a single trait involves receiving one piece of genetic information, one allele, from the mother, and one piece of genetic information, one allele, from the father. So let's look at some vocabulary in that one. We have the word allele. If you've never heard of this one before, you have your definition right in the paragraph. The definition for allele is a piece of genetic information. Sometimes I like to refer to it as the version of the gene. You might want to go on the bottom of this page before you start working on it here and put down that definition. So allele is a piece of genetic information. We come back up here. Sometimes the information from the mom and dad is identical and sometimes it's not. The resulting combination of alleles is referred to as the genotype. Another really good vocab word right there. Genotype is the combination of alleles. So let's come back down here and put that definition. Genotype, combination of alleles. When I look at that for genotype, that's usually if we're talking like big A, big little, or little little, when we refer to that. The physical appearance or expressed trait that is coded for is referred to as the phenotype. So there's another awesome vocab word for us there. Phenotype is the physical appearance or expressed trait. So let's put that vocabulary word on the bottom as well. Phenotype, physical characteristic, or expressed trait. If you want to put that into common English, it's what it looks like. Of course, we won't get to see every single trait because sometimes it's proteins and enzymes, but that just gives you the general idea. So, for example, our genotype for our long-necked dragon could be either big N or big little n, and the phenotype for this trait would be a long neck. So in this activity, the instructions for it, using the key from worksheet 1 as a reference, fill in the missing symbol for alleles or genotypes or descriptions of physical appearance, phenotypes, in the table below. The first 2 rows are done for you. Remember that dominant traits appear when either 1 or 2 copies of the dominant allele are present. For example, big N and big little both cause the dragon's neck to be long. Only in the case of the little n will the dragon's neck be short because no dominant allele for a long neck is present. So when you're filling this one out, you can take the lead from here. If it's big or big little, we're going to have a long neck. Little will be short neck. So if we're looking at spikes, to know what letter we put for spikes, you're going to go back to worksheet number 1 that you've already worked on. Look for the code for spikes, which we have right here. The S, big S is spikes, little s is no spikes. Come over to our worksheet. We're looking at no spikes, and so that would have to be little s, little s. Now, I know it's kind of weird because big little look the same, but just go with it. If we're looking at eye color, if we have the allele big E, come back to worksheet number 1 for eye color. If we have a big E, we have red eyes, little e is white eyes. Since it's big, we have red eyes. Skipping down here to belly color, I'm going to let you figure these out on your own. If you have big or big little, we always end up with the dominant trait. So we call that our heterozygous. So our W's, big is yellow belly, little is white belly. So if it is big or big little, that means we're going to have the yellow belly. So you're going to put yellow belly on here. So I'm going to let you finish out the rest of these, and you are more than welcome to come check your remaining answers with me. Thanks.